Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and this is another LOTRO guide series. Alright, so today my friends, I see that you guys really enjoyed my Lord of the Rings questing efficiently video. Like, really enjoyed it. It's got thousands of views. So, what we're going to do today is I'm going to start a part series on questing things in certain regions, right? Certain places. So like, we're going today to start with Ered Luin. Alright? So we're gonna pop over here to the map. Don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends, if you're new and you're checking it out. It really helps out my channel a lot. I appreciate it. I will have more guide videos too coming out in the future. And this will be part 1. And I will have parts so you'll know on the guide playlist which one is the next one for this particular thing, which will be leveling effectively part 1 or something like that. I think that's what we'll be doing for a LOTRO guide. Alright, here we go. And the first region will be Ered Luin. Alright, we're going to pop up here on the map. And we are going to talk about Ered Luin. Now, interesting, in these first few parts, it will be lower level stuff. In my original leveling effectively, we talked about the different... before I do that, we talked about the different... I'm drawing a blank. Yes. We talked about levels, right? And in the comments I posted the level guides from Wiki. They're very helpful, my friends. It shows you the regions and the areas for leveling. But I would like to just quickly, first we will talk of this episode about, we might actually turn this episode into all the low level starting areas. Questing might be a little more helpful. Or we'll see, well, let's just go to Ered Luin first. Let's start with Ered Luin. One thing at a time, my friends. Alright, so Ered Luin, right? So here's the map. Okay, so when you're a dwarf, you're going to start in Thorin's Hall, right? This area is going to be first a instance dimension, right? And then you're going to pop out, and there'll be quests here all over again for once you're like level 4 or 5 from the starter area. And you will do quests all over here for the dwarves. This will be levels 1 to 5, maybe 7-ish possibly. And then you're going to be sent south through Thrain's Vale, the Vale of Thrain, and you will. My first thing for suggestion, right, because this is a quest guide, is you're going to go to Noglod, and you're going to help them out. You do quests around here. You'll do some quests up here as a dwarf, and then you're going to keep moving on to Gondomar. You're going to do quests around Gondomar. They're going to send you to different areas. You're going to go down here, do some quests here. Please be doing the chapter quests while you do this, guys. That's the biggest thing. You need to follow the book quest while you do it, because otherwise you'll be running back and forth. Now there is, for dwarves, and talking about this is a big important thing. This is why I want to do areas, because these are things I'll just know to tell you. There's a gear quest they'll make you do. Make sure you grab the gear and go back each time real quick, because the first time you're going to go and grab a gear piece over here, and then a gear somewhere else, and then you're going to go down here and get a gear up here and go back, and then you'll find a gear somewhere over here and go back. You'll do that one over and over. So kind of plan that accordingly, along with the chapters and doing other quests. So you're going to be doing all these different areas. You'll come down here and help some dwarves down here in this area. And then there will be, the main chapter will lead you to this place here. Now this area is where you're going to be meeting the elves. So the elves are going to start here in Kelamdim. You're going to be doing quests over here, down here, right? Elf starting area. And you're going to be doing quests like this. And then you'll also be meeting here for the chapter and doing quests around here. You might even get sent to Thorin's Hall and vice versa, the dwarves to the elf area occasionally. So you might you might also do some quests over in Gondomar if that's where you want to quest. Now here is the interesting thing when it comes to questing, you guys, and that really is important. Alright, you have to choose, like I did in my effective leveling thing, you have to choose wisely where you want to level. And that's why it's very important to look at that Wiki article, which I will link in this video too, and we'll talk about, is that you might not want to do the same path over and over. You might want to try a new one, or maybe you want to use the same one you've always done. But once you're finished with either the elf doing this way, and you'll probably help in Gondomar and then head out. Same thing over here, you'll head out. Once you get to the Shire, we're going to talk about the Shire just a little bit. The Shire is where the hobbits start, right? They start in Michael Delving, and they do quests around here, and quests. These quests are similar leveled to the ones in Ered Luin. So you might not want to be doing both of them, because when you get to the Shire, you'll probably be like level 11 or 12 if you're an elf or a dwarf. And when you come into the Shire, these quests are all going to be way too low for you. At this point, you're going to be wanting to head to Breland and start the chapter quests over here, and stuff, and questing in these areas because they'll be higher level. Now, on a reverse thing too, I want to say this is part one. That's why I'm going to say a little more than just Ered Luin. I realized now I'm thinking about it, we really need to focus on the level you are, not and what race you are, right? Where you start. Archit is the low level area starting for the humans, right? Humans and hobbits. And then they move out into Combe, and they'll do quests out in Combe and Chetwood and stuff. Now remember, even though you are in this area for the starting area, and by the way, I believe, I'm trying to remember what the elves, their instance starting area is, if it's in Thorin Hall or if it's down here in Killen. Damn, I don't really remember that. I think the elves also do some stuff in Thorin's Hall, I believe. It is a little different too. Like, you have to remember, if you are starting the new races, they're sort of like new races, the clan, like the Dwarven clan and stuff, you're actually going to start an instance in Mordor, and then you will be sent to the starting area in Thorin's Hall. Same thing with the High Elves, right? So that's something you have to think about too when you're leveling. But in Breeland, you're going to be doing that as humans, but humans and hobbits are welcome to go down, get to Bree, take a fast horse over to Thorin's Hall, and start the Thorin's Hall levels at level 5. Same thing in Celedim. Same thing with dwarves and elves. You could go over to Breeland and start questing in Chestwood at level 5 and 6 instead of your area. You don't have to do what they give you always, but you do want to follow the chapter quests. But in the end, all the chapter quests are going to lead you to the same area in Bree, with Aragorn in the Prancing Pony and all those things for the chapters. But then once you're in that, the Old Forest, these are like level 12, level 13. Barrow Downs is higher, like 14, 15. All of these wooded areas over here. The Wild Woods, this area is actually level 45. This is added later. Don't worry about that. Right? So you're going to be about level 12, 13, 14 when you're somewhere here in Breeland doing these quests. And at that point, and then the Barrow Downs, the Old Forest, that kind of thing, you should be done with the chapters and stuff, and you should be like level 14-ish probably at that point. So anywhere between doing the Shire level quests, you know what I mean? By the way, I believe actually the hobbits get sent to Michael Delving. They don't actually do stuff over in Chestwood. You can always come back. I'm trying to remember, after Archit, I think the hobbits get sent to Michael Delving to start questing. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's how it is. I haven't played a Hobbit in a while. But yes, I believe that is the case. But again, Breeland, Shire, Ered Luin, these are the 4 starting areas for the races. And these areas are all going to be levels 1 to 15. Right? These ones are going to be more like 1 to 10-ish, 1 to 12. Breeland is going to be 1 to 12. 1 because of this area, but then the rest of it's going to be like up to even maybe almost level 20. Really, if you want to be leveling efficiently, you shouldn't be doing the quests in all of Ered Luin, all of the Shire, and all of Breeland. They'll be too low level for you in one of the regions at a certain point, like 3 or 4 levels too low, if not 5, and they will give you so little XP it's not worth it. You should move on by the time you're level, I would say by the time you're level 11 to 12, you should be done with in either the elf area here, dwarf area, or in the Shire, and you should be in Breeland, not in this area, right? This area is going to be a lot lower level. Chestwood, Archit, Combe, and Staddle. You'll be doing more quests in these areas, down the Barrow Downs, the Old Forest, on this northern area here. And then at a certain point in Bree and Breetown, then at a certain point, you are either going to want to head north to Trestle Bridge to do quests in Trestle Bridge. That'll then continue you into the North Downs. Or you will want to go to the east and head into the Lowlands Forsaken Inn and doing quests here. That'll be the next level of quests. You could pick another path too. If you're around level 15-ish or so, you can go to Oath Barton, this area that's the south side of Evendim. But then these are a little bit higher level. Evendim's a little higher up here level. But we will talk about that more later. So for this first episode, we're going to keep it under 10 minutes, my friends. You need to remember efficient leveling of the areas and sections. Again, we focused on Ered Luin in this particular episode. I might bounce back and forth in the parts, right, to talk about certain things in path leveling for other episodes and parts of this guide playlist. But Ered Luin, again, you're going to be 1 to level 12-ish in this area if you're doing the dwarf or the elf. Same thing with Michael Delving. You're doing quests around here, all these different towns. Yes, you can do them all on all the races if you want. It just, your XP gain will be worse once you're way over leveled with the quests. And again, If you don't know about that, remember about the quests. If you open your quest log tracker right here, look at the quests. I'm just going to open them all. If they're grayed out like this, they're way under leveled for you. Here's the level they're for, always in front of the name, what level they're supposed to be for. This is for a level 100. I'm level 133. So again, way too low for me. This is for a level 130. You see it's like this tealish color? It's a couple levels too low for me, right? These are all 130s that I have. One level 33. White is always on level or like one level different. Orange is, blue is getting way too low for you, right? So 131 instead of, or it's the one before teal. Teal is worse, right? 131. Again, these matter to what level you are. Don't care. Don't think about that it's high level. Think about the difference to your level, right? The color schemes. Orange, this color, is it's getting kind of hard for you to do. See, it's quite a few levels above me. Dark red would mean it's like 8 or 9 levels above you. You shouldn't be doing that quest yet, you guys. You really shouldn't. The green is way below your level, and the one below green is going to be gray. It's really, it gives you almost no XP. Now you might need to get it done though. If it's a chapter quest, guys, you might need to get it done to continue on to get a higher level one, because the chapter quests kind of grow with your level. Okay. So that's good for you to know. So those color schemes are good. I talk about these color schemes in the other intro to the questing stuff. So these are good to know, and the quest log video, I believe I talked about these as well. But I want to give you a refresher in this video, right? So those are good things to know. We talked about it. Part 1 of this questing guide. I will continue to make more of these. They might already be out by the time you're watching this, for all I know. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how YouTube videos work, right? When you're making them. Have to think about future, past, and present. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth. Thank you all for joining me. Quick little shout out to my Patreons there in the corner. Thanks for supporting the channel, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Everyone join the channel. That means a great deal to me as well. And then also the subscribe button is going to be right there. Next episode this is going to be top left and of this playlist, the guide playlist. But look for the next name, part 2 of questing guide, if you want to know the next part of this one. Or go check out my leveling effective video that I made before this. And then all right there in the bottom left will be our main playlist, which is more entertainment and fun voiceovers. Ha ha ha! All right, you guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth. I hope that helped you out with leveling more efficiently in the lower few levels 1 to 12-ish, and in those first 3 starting areas. So have a good day, you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voice of the Rings.